Popping off like a circle pit in Chuck E. Cheese. What's good with it, motherfuckers? It's DJ Sketch, and I'm back again with a beta review for Battleborn. So, if you don't know what Battleborn is, it is the new IP from 2K and Gearbox Studios. If you're not familiar with them, they're the people that brought you Duke Nukem Forever. No, I'm just kidding. They did do that, but they also put out a little series called Borderlands, which, if you've played that, you can definitely see the influence and definitely see the similarities in the art style and just kind of the way this game handles, if you're familiar with Borderlands 1, 2, or the pre-sequel. So basically what you got here is, with the beta, I played it, I played the alpha, and I played the beta build. The alpha was just one level and one multiplayer game type, which was Meltdown. Yeah, it was Meltdown. And the algorithm was the raid that was available for the alpha build, which was okay, honestly, because there was a non-disclosure agreement with the alpha testers, me being one of them, so we couldn't really discuss shit about the alpha build of the game. But lo and behold, by the time the beta came around a few months later, NDA was lifted. They were like, yeah, you can stream, record, do whatever you want. I imagine there are probably gonna be people that probably talk shit about this game, but I haven't really heard anybody talk about it at all, which is kind of strange to me. I'm a little bit baffled about that. But what you're seeing here is the end of the first raid. This is the algorithm, because actually when the beta, not the beta, but when the alpha was first opened for the people that were testing that, only half of this mission was here. Like once you get to the Spider King, or the Spider boss fight, or mid boss, that was the end of what you got in the alpha build. In the beta, they literally added about 10-15 more minutes of objective stuff to do. Actually, there's like 3 boss fights in the algorithm mission. At least it's so far with this build that we're actually able to test and play with right now. And you know that there's some similarities between like this game and Destiny. Actually, like the way that it kind of looked like to me, it was like you kind of like took Destiny and Borderlands and put them in a blender. This might be kind of what you get. And, it's not bad, honestly. I know this kind of took me a while to actually get to that part, but, it's not bad. Like, at first, when I played the alpha build, I was a little skeptical. I was like, I don't know. It seems like it's going the right direction, but they kind of need to work on some stuff here, because, it just doesn't really feel complete, which it obviously wasn't. But even still, like, it left a lot to be desired, the alpha builds. I wasn't, like, over the moon with it. I enjoyed it, but I wasn't like, oh my god, like I have to have this. Like, where can I pre-order this? Like, where's this closest GameStop? Like, no, it was not like that. But I will say, like, in my honest opinion, like with the experience I had with the beta, like I played it a lot, even though it probably doesn't show my levels. I only got to level 10 throughout the course of the weekend when the beta was open. But I played it a lot. Like, at least in any free time I did have, I was pretty much almost exclusively playing Battleborn Beta, and I guess like that and Gunsmoke on Nintendo. That's besides the point, right? So I'll go ahead and get into the things that I did and didn't like. It's actually it's a real small list of things I didn't like. But as far as the way like the loot drops work, like you pretty much it looks like, at least on paper at the moment, it's a very co-op focused game, which I'm okay with. Like Destiny and games like the Division, they're pretty much gonna get you hep to that. And if you can get down with that style of gameplay, then that's one tick to actually be feeling this game. So all the loot was shared, power-ups weren't shared. Well, obviously, if you pick up a power-up, that goes to you. But if you pick up gear, loot, or currency, and lives, you actually have a finite set of lives that are shared amongst the team that you roll through with. And basically, reviving is key in that game. You really don't want to use up your lives, because once you do that, the mission is over. Once you hit 0 and the last person dies, that's it. Because out of all the missions and all the raids that I did have a chance to play, only one group that I rode with, only one failed the missions out of like 10. So at least for the most part, even people that have really no idea how the game worked, or if you're fortunate enough to find a party that knows what they're doing, you want a quick carry, typically there's a 90% chance you'll find someone that can carry you, even if you have no idea what you're doing, and they'll kind of show you the way. And you know, that's actually it's a good idea. Because I know with Borderlands, you can pretty much you can just keep going. If you die, you lose some money, but that's it. After a point, if you can be completely broke, the game's never gonna say game over until you quit, which is just tight. So I'm glad they kind of give you that option to kind of do something a little bit different. And you know, as far as graphically, it looks tight, dude. I'm not gonna say this game looks bad because it doesn't. It's actually the art style. I know it's still heavily cell shaded, which is tight. I've actually I've liked that style of games since playing 13 back in the day. I love cell shade graphics, and it's tight. It's also that, and the banter is funny as fuck. Honestly, this game, I heard the same thing a few times, but every time I heard something different, it was usually fucking hilarious. So that's why I really like Gearbox in particular, because usually when they make games, especially when it's their own IP, they got a really good sense of humor, and I'm definitely interested to see more. It's piqued my interest. I want to see more, and I'm planning on picking this up along with Doom next month, because both those games, the multiplayer beta for Doom, meh. I mean, it's alright, but I know the single player campaign is where it's going to be at for that. And now there's the only thing I can say that I honestly kind of wasn't feeling as much with old Battleborn here. That multiplayer, man. I know there's, you know, I guess people were comparing this a lot to MOBA type games, and which I'm not horribly familiar with, unfortunately. And some of the way those games work, I'm honestly not sure. Escorting the minions, stopping the minions. I was trying to just kill people, so I know I was probably going about the multiplayer the complete wrong way, but I was killing the grunts, killing the ads, and trying to get the occasional kill. The balancing in the multiplayer is fucking ridiculous. It's probably, as far as the loadouts you can pick, and since everything kind of has a cap, you have to do certain challenges to unlock certain characters. Depending on what you have unlocked already and who you're going up against and what level they are, they can easily body you. Even if you have what you think is your best character, there's more often than not there's something that's just bullshit all over your character, which I discovered at length each time I clicked on the multiplayer. So I'm hoping that's something that will get balanced out, because that was really the only thing that kind of killed it for me. Because the story parts, those are fantastic. Honestly, I'm feeling those immensely, and I cannot wait to see what the official release is going to be, because those are you can sink hours into those easily. Because each raid that was available, I easily played for 30 minutes at a time. But that multiplayer, yeah, that shit needs work, homie. That shit needs work. But once y'all get that, you got a real solid product. I approve. I'll be fucking with it. But thanks again, guys, for checking out the video. Hope you guys also had a chance to check out the Battleborn Beta while it was up. If you didn't, don't worry, it'll be out soon. But thanks again, guys. I'll see you on the next one.